Hi Aries, this is your love reading for the month of July 2020. If this reading does not resonate with you, make sure you check your sun, moon, and your rising sign and your Venus sign. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share for anybody who might need it. All right, so what messages do we have for Aries love life for the month of July 2020? You have the answers no, you have cycles, you have family, you have refocus, you have compromise, you have destruction, oh, you have shadow work, you have observer, and you also have guide. So you're definitely being divinely guided, but I am seeing something interesting here. Because when the destruction card popped out, the family card is above it. I saw a destruction to either your family, quite possibly a divorce. But I'm also getting, for some of you Aries, there was a destruction in your family as a child. That kind of sent you on this like loop, this cycle, this repeating of this. This is also moon cycles, but this is also a cycle of repeating patterns. Maybe quite possibly with the need to compromise, because I feel like for some Aries in your past, your family, maybe mother, father, whoever, did not compromise, and maybe you're not a compromiser either. You know, maybe you're rigid, maybe you're stern, maybe this is where the issue lies in your relationship. It's right here in the middle. You have the answer as no, whatever the question was. Now this is refocus. There's something you've been focusing on that you need to change your perspective. You need to change the way you see things, because right below the refocus is you have the shadow work. You need to work on your shadow self because of what had happened to you in your childhood. That makes you repeat cycles. That keeps you from compromising. Now, you do have this observer here. Quite possibly either somebody's watching you or you're watching somebody else. So you could have just had a breakup. Because see here, you have a destruction, you have family. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't see third party, but I do see an outside person observing your relationship, or you or your partner or ex-partner are observing each other. You also have guide here. Now, to me, this is like the Hermit card. This is finding your way out of the darkness. Because see, here's the shadow work that you need to go on, but you have a guide to help you through the shadows. Oh man, this is deep, Aries. There's something that you need to focus on. So clarify the answer is no. I'm going to clarify with the same Twin Flame Journey Oracles. This is by Mystic Moon, by the way. You can buy them on her Etsy shop. All right, clarify this answer is no. Why is the answer no? Pride and ego. Okay, either you're working in your pride and your ego, or the other person is. Okay, clarify cycles. Clarify the cycles. Clarify cycles. Yes, there is a metamorphosis you're going through. I see that the cycle you're going through is going to change you for the better because you are doing the work. Clarify the family card. Clarify the family card. Self-worth. Yeah, you got your self-worth from your family. This is what this is. Okay. The destruction of your family affected your self-worth. That's why you're stuck in these cycles of relationships that do not compromise. You could be dealing with somebody who doesn't compromise, somebody who is ruled by pride and by their ego, or this could also be you. This could be what you need to focus on. That could be what your shadow work is. You need to focus on your self-worth because your self-worth came from your family. All right, clarify this refocus card. Clarify the refocus. Clarify refocus. Regret. Don't focus on regret because, okay, this card wanted to pop out was release. You need to release this regret. Excuse me. Now, if this was not from your childhood and this was from your current, I feel like this is a divorce or a marriage, either yours or your parents. But the regret, you can't change what happened in the past. You're going to have to find a way to release that. And that is through your shadow work. Okay, clarify this compromise card. Clarify the compromise. Admired. You're going to find someone who admires you. I feel like I need to pick one more admired, one more. Clarify this admired. Clarify this admired card. Oh, there's a barrier though. But you're putting up a barrier. Okay. You're putting up a barrier. Somebody does admire you. I feel like there is somebody out there, but you're putting up this barrier. You're not going to let them through. Clarify this destruction card for Aries. Clarify the destruction. Unawakened, yeah. So you either had an unawakened partner or you had an unawakened parent that did not realize what they were doing to you, your mother, your family. This person just focused on themselves. Let me get one more card for unawakened. Grief, yeah. Oh. I'm getting for an Aries out there that this destruction of this family unit caused you and a parent significant amounts of grief. Grief that you still kind of have to go through because your parent is going through it still because of the unawakened parent. Or this could be you and there's grief because the other partner was not awake. And I'm going to assume it wasn't you because if you're here watching, you're definitely you're the woke one. Okay. Clarify the shadow work. Clarify the shadow work. But, okay. All these, that's like a lot of cards that came out. I just want one. Clarify the shadow work for Aries. But this is supposed to be about your love life. But I do feel like your parents' love life, marriage affected yours. And this is where your struggle is coming from. Clarify the shadow work for Aries. Clarify the shadow work. Clarify the shadow work card. Lessons. You have lessons you need to learn. You need to reinvent yourself. Clarify this observer card. This is a strange card. Clarify this observer. Who is this observer? Okay. Surrender. Interesting. Surrender. Clarify this surrender card. Fifth dimension. Hold up. Is this? I'm kind of getting observer is somebody who's not even on this plane of existence, or either this person who is observing you wants to surrender to you or wants you to surrender to them. So you have this deeper understanding of what love really is. Because there's somebody out there that admires you and they watch you. They want to surrender to you. This person has got some depth. This is interesting. Okay, clarify this guide card. Clarify this guide card. Clarify the guide card. Bound. But you feel bound to fear, addictions. Shit, addiction could be a fear. I mean, fear could be an addiction. So that backwards. Eating food. Why? Oh my God. I don't know. Watching someone excessively on Facebook could be an addiction. People are addictions. Who knows? But there's some understanding around this. Bound. You have to understand why. So something is going to bring you understanding. See how like it's coming from like the ethers, from like the heavens. You're going to understand why you feel bound. And I think it has a lot to do with your self-worth. Because you're being guided to realize why you feel bound in the first place. Okay, that was a little deep. There is somebody out there who does admire you. You need to focus. You really do. Your shadow work needs to be working your lessons, your karmic lessons, releasing regret. Okay, what was underneath here? Letting down your barriers, compromising, working on your self-worth, working on your ego, letting the grief go. Because I'm getting that these are things that people did to you, and so you hold on to it and you internalize it, which that ends up making you the victim, and you don't want to be the victim. You're not the victim. Okay. Now I'm going to do the Twin Flame messages, Twin Flame Journey messages cards. What does your significant other? Now I'm just going to go significant other because we already know what's going on, like, you know, past family trauma, self-worth, grief, stuff like that. But I want to see, what does your partner have to say? What messages does Aries partner have for them? I'm going to do 3 of these and 3 from this deck right here. What messages does Aries partner have for them? Oh, abandonment issues. I think that's really... Let me see here what messages. So the first card you got was, I wasn't ready for you. I feel like whoever you were dealing with was not ready for you. Maybe they weren't expecting to have feelings for you. Maybe that was not really what their goal was. Maybe they just wanted something casual. They weren't ready to settle down, and that really just... it was like it poked your abandonment issue. It just really put you in a place of grief and hurt your self-esteem. It says, we will be together again. I feel like this person's going to come back around, whether this is your twin flame or your soulmate. It says, being apart has been life-changing for me. I feel like this person, whoever this was who left, who wasn't ready for this connection, this connection affected them. It's not like it was easy for them to leave. For some reason, they just were not ready. All right, give me 3 messages for Aries and their partner. What messages does Aries partner have for them? What messages does Aries partner have for them? The thought of you still does things to me. So they definitely still think about you. What messages do we have? I'm just doing what I have to do right now. You're all I ever wanted. I think that you're all that they ever wanted, but I think that was very scary. I think they probably thought that that was something that was going to come to them later on. Let me see. Let me grab a couple of other oracle cards for you. Okay, well, hello. These 3 popped out. Time for a nap. Yeah. So there's definitely a break between the 2 of you, because whatever was happening between the 2 of you in this relationship was creating chaos and conflict, but it won't last forever. You will come out on the other side. But the thing is, there is a crossroads and there is a decision that needs to be made. And now I want to know, what is this decision that needs to be made? Clarify this fork in the road. What is this decision that needs to be made with Aries? What to put your time and your effort into, or this is also about either focusing on work, because you did have the change your focus in there. Maybe just focus on yourself, focus on your money, focus on improving yourself. Clarify this chaos and conflict. Clarify this chaos and conflict. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I'm getting about the chaos and conflict is you could be dealing with a Leo, but it's creating an internal conflict, and one person is holding back. What I'm getting is this chaos and this conflict is teaching you how to tame the inner beast, because there's a lesson that had to be learned in this internal conflict, in this chaos and conflict. I hope I am making sense. Clarify this time for a nap. Yeah, because there's a cycle that is completed. Yeah, you are actually, oh my God, good for you, Aries. I think once you learn to tame this inner beast, when you put the work into yourself, when you do the shadow work, whether it be through energy healings or psychology or a psychiatrist, and you start working that karma, and I feel like this is definitely like family karma, you're going to end a cycle. That way you can start anew, quite possibly with this person. Because the way it is now, until you get yourself to where you need to be and tame that inner beast, it's always going to be chaos and conflict. All right. I've gone as far as I can go. I hope I did not confuse you. But you definitely have some work to do on yourself in order for you to come back together if you do have a twin flame, or if you do want to come back together with this person. You want to come back healed. If this person comes back to you, they don't want to come back to the same thing. And neither do you. You deserve happiness, and so do they. And I hope that I helped you, and I will see you in your next reading.